Hey, everybody. Welcome to Mike Talks with Miss All. I am your host, Miss All. And if you've viewed any of my previous episodes, welcome back. Glad that you chose to view again. And if this is your first time watching my podcast, this is your personal welcome. Thank you for joining me, and I'm glad you took the time to become a part of my community. I'm grateful for each and every one of you and for all of the views. So, on today's episode, we're going to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart. Something that no matter who you are or where you came from, you're going to be influenced by it and it touches you. And what that is family. The very thing that is responsible for each of our existence. Now, for some people, family is the people that raised you and that are genetically connected to you. For other people, family is the people that they've chosen to be in their lives. And for the majority of us, our family is considered to be a hybrid of both of those scenarios, both the people who we're genetically connected to and the people that we've chosen to be in our lives. So let's get into today's episode. And let's start by talking about what family means. When you hear the word family, what comes to mind? Is it your parents, your siblings, your children? Maybe it's a family tradition, special occasion, memorable moments. The definitions will be different for everyone when they think about the word family. But one thing I want to call out is that family is not just about bloodlines. Family is about connections. So think about this. Who do you call when you have good news? When something's happened and you just can't hold it? Who do you call when you feel like your world's falling apart? Who do you share your most intimate thoughts and dreams with? Whoever you thought of, that's your family. Whether you're connected by DNA or not, those people that you just thought of, they're your families. Now, our families that we were born into, they shape us in lots of ways. They shape us positively and sometimes not so positively. They teach us how to love, they teach us how to trust. And unfortunately, in some families, the opposite happens. They teach you how to not love and how to not trust. But regardless, the point is that your family influences you significantly. The lessons that we learn and that we are taught as children, they continue on with us through our adult relationships, and oftentimes even without us realizing it. So take my podcast name, for instance, Miss All. Miss All's name was the result of the impact of my parents' personalities on me. Their personalities shaped me and they helped to create Miss All and who she is, even if you get all of them. But the great thing about family is we're not tied to one definition or one source when we choose our family members. We can also choose our family members. Some examples of chosen family members are friends that become like siblings, mentors who end up playing a parent ish role, friend circles that make you feel right at home in their presence and they feel like your cousins and your aunts and your uncles. Those are examples of chosen family. And quite a few people have those chosen family members. So those examples just remind you that family is about more than bloodlines. It's about love, it's about loyalty, and it's about presence. So family is both of those things: inherited people and people that we choose. So take a moment and think about it. Who in your life that you don't share DNA with, do you feel like is your family? I'll give you a personal example. I don't have any sisters, but I have two best friends, and we've been friends since elementary school. We're not connected by DNA, but I consider those two ladies my sisters. And nobody can tell me no different that they're not my sisters. I've shared memorable moments with them. We spent holidays together. Their children are my nieces and nephews. Those are my family. Again, no DNA connection, but I regard them as my family. So just think about who in your family circle do you feel that same connection with? The next thing I want to talk about is how families change as we go through life. Families aren't static, they grow and they change. Kids become adults, adults become parents, parents become grandparents, single people get married, married people get divorced, family members move, they move to different states, they move to different countries, they can even move to different continents. But at each shift in the family dynamics, families adapt. And one of the positive things we have to our advantage now is technology. Technology has helped with the shifts of families. We have FaceTime, we have WhatsApp, we have Facebook. We have all kind of pieces of technology that help us stay connected when family shifts happen. And also, let's talk about changes within your chosen family. Sometimes the people that you need the most in some critical situations are not always the people that we were given, but they're the people that we've discovered along through life's journey. And they may not even stay in your life forever, but they were what you needed in a particular season. And that's just another example of a shift in a chosen family. So here's the thing: no matter how family was formed, family fulfills that human need that we all share. And that's the need to belong, to be loved, and to have connection. So now let's talk about the joys and the challenges of family. No matter what life brings, family is quite often where life's greatest joys come from. But family can also bring some of life's greatest challenges. But let's start with the joys. Think of the family traditions, the family recipes made by some of the greatest cooks in your family. Their fried chicken, their fried corn, them greens, that cabbage. Oh, excuse me. I got lost. I was thinking about my grandmother frying me some chicken and frying me some corn. That's one of the joys in my family life. But think about the skills and the knowledge that's passed down through the generations. Think about some milestones. Think about family vacations. And then let's think about the small things, particular words or phrases that family members may have repeated often. facial expressions they have made, late night talks with siblings, random calls from your mom, you driving and children in your back seat. I'm going to share one of our family joys. My grandmother, when it was her birthday, she waited for phone calls from everybody in the family. And when you called her, she told you which number you was that called her, who was first. If you talked to her late in the day, who was last. She'd tell you who didn't call her. But that was one of the joys of our family. And one of her joys is to celebrate her birthday and just something as small as the phone calls. But she let you know who did and did not call. So that's just a family joy that will always remain in my mind. Family joys will always exist, they will never go away. I had the pleasure of attending my family reunion a couple weeks ago. And this is on my dad's side. That's the A in Miss All. And during that family reunion, I had time to reflect and just remember all the joys I experienced with my family. The laughter, the conversation, the reflections during the reunion were all just reminders that these are the moments that matter the most. And it also reminded me that they don't last forever. And that's it's important to savor these moments. One of the things that stuck out to me the most as I was approaching the time for the reunion was because I hadn't seen my family in quite some time. And I have three aunts that I remained on my dad's side. And the giddiness I had just to see them, that was one of the highlights, was just to see my three aunts. There was the joy of reconnecting with family that you know, and the excitement of meeting and developing new connections uh, with new family members that you just met. I got to experience both. And the reunion was just a reminder that no matter how much time or how much distance there is in your family unit, when family gets together, there's a way of pulling that all back together and picking up right where you left off. We had a great family reunion. I have to say, it was one of the best ever, but the love that was shared in that room was amazing. So, now let's talk about the challenges of family. Just like any relationship, it's not easy, um, and they require work. There's conflicts that come up, there's unhealed wounds. The people that love us the most and are the closest to us, sometimes they hurt us the most deeply. And that's just because they touch our hearts. Families test us. Family teaches us patience, forgiveness, resilience. Family can also teach us when to protect our peace and when to love from a distance. Family doesn't always have to be perfect to matter, it just has to be real. The other challenge of a family is when the family circle breaks and when family members pass away. Now, this is a reality of family we really don't like to talk about, but we feel it deeply when we lose them. And it's just a part of the circle of life. So when a family member passes away, it feels like the foundation shifts. The world is a little less steady. Traditions may even start to feel a little bit incomplete without their presence. Now, during our family reunion, there was a visual presentation that showed pictures of all of our family members who had passed away, and it went back generations. and the presentation was amazing. But it also triggered feelings and emotions. But those feelings and emotions were filled with both love and loss. All of those people that we saw on the screen, their absence was felt, but so was their presence. Their presence was felt in the way we remembered them, the stories we told about them, the laughs we had on their behalf, and the way that we still carry their spirits within us, even to this day. One thing is for certain, family members impact us and share and shape us even after they're gone. The lessons we've got from them, the love we got from them, the stories, the laughter, the challenges, they stay with us forever. And they become our compasses and our guides for us through the rest of our lives. That presentation was awesome. A lot of tears were shared, but then after those tears, there were smiles because their physical presence may be gone, but their influence never leaves us. Family doesn't end when it when a family member passes away. It just transforms. They become part of the stories we tell and the legacy that we promote and protect. And they become part of the love that we continue to share in our lives. So, as I prepare to end today's episode, let's just review some of the key takeaways on the things that we talked about today. First of all, family isn't one size fits all. People that show up for you when you need them, and the ones that love you when they're there, whether they're family or by choice, they are considered family members. The second thing is that family changes. It grows, it stretches, and sometimes it breaks. Family teaches us about love, forgiveness, and resilience. And third, family comes with both joy and challenges and grief. It's the lessons that we learn while people are living and the memories that we carry when they're gone. And finally, family, no matter how it was created, is worth cherishing because at the end of the day, it's family over everything. So I'm going to leave you with this reflection and a personal challenge. Who in your family do you consider a key family member in your life? Get that person in your head. And then I want you to think about how can you show them this upcoming week that you love them and remind them of how you feel about them and just how key they are in your life. Maybe it's a phone call, maybe it's a text message, or maybe just go by their house. But whatever you choose to do, I challenge you to be intentional about it this week. Let that person or those people know how important they are to you. And then be intentional about staying connected. I'm going to do the same. But let that be your challenge this week. Be intentional about it. Let those people know. So thank you again for spending time with Miss All. I hope today's episode encouraged you and motivated you. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mike Talks with Miss All, and then hit the notification bell too, because then you don't have to remember to check for new episodes. It'll let you know. And then share this with your family and let them become a part of the community as well. So again, I am Miss All. This has been Mike Talks, and I want to remind each of you to do all, love all, and be all you were created to be. See you in 2 weeks. Now go be great and love on your families and be intentional about it because we only get one. Have a great week.
I love my family, oh yes I do. They make me smile when I feel